Cloud computing, principles, systems, and applications. Introduction. Cloud computing is a computer application method, which a company does not need to have physical hardware and software in its possession for its use. So, an organization will subscribe to use such facilities through the cloud computing provider. This system is operated over the internet, where many subscribers pay an amount equivalent to its level of utility. Some companies that offer such services are Google and Amazon, offering SaaS, software as a service, and PaaS, platform as a service, respectively. Some of the most shared equipment are memory, networks, and operating systems. Small-scale enterprises are the major users of the service. However, there are some risks regarding its application. This paper discusses the risks and benefits of a cloud computing platform as a service. Risk factors of cloud computing as a platform service. Cloud computing systems may face security issues since the service is used not only by a company but is also available for other users over the globe. When a company registers to use any provider's server, it should be aware that the same server is available for use to the entire world. Data can thus be corrupted, especially if the provider has no appropriate mechanisms to prevent such an occurrence. The chances of hacking are higher, especially when some information is critical and the company is known to use the service. Information is powerful. If a certain company's information is hacked through the system, the company may lose important data, which might even threaten its competitiveness. Competitors might use it to their advantage. The system lacks data confidentiality. When a company is encrypting sensitive data, some security level should be applied. In a normal business situation, a company's employees with different ranks should have limited access to data stored on its servers. However, in the case of cloud computing, such privileges are not available. Thus, the lack of data confidentiality has negative implications for a company. Even with the most effective cloud service providers, data leakages seem to be unavoidable. There is a chance that at one point in time, data can leak from the system and have detrimental effects on a company. The system has third parties as providers of services who may have their own risks that are passed to the final consumer. Such risks include the risk of inefficiency and unreliability. Many companies and people living across the world utilize hardware and software in cloud computing. Sometimes, there are too many people using the same service to the point where the server cannot handle them. In such a case, it may automatically log off users or slow the pace of information retrieval, which can affect business operations. Advantages of cloud computing. Compared to the acquisition costs of hardware and software, such a system is relatively cheap, especially for small and medium-scale businesses. The installation of some systems and software is an expensive task that might impede the growth of positive working capital. In contrast, with a cloud computing system, the subscriber only pays for what they have used, which is a fair deal. Computer services are seen as support services in an organization since they facilitate the achievement of its main goals. With a cloud computing system, a company is left with the task of concentrating on the main business since the provider takes care of the information and technology needs. The troubles of maintaining an information and technology department that needs to be robust and keep upgrading its skills are removed by the system. The system is an amalgamation of a web service and a guidance system that is user-friendly. Managers and employees who might have limited knowledge of computers can effectively use it since it is self-operating. In cases of difficulties, most providers offer online support to resolve the problems and probably get some further assistance. Technology is advancing at a fast rate, so keeping up with the pace of development may prove to be a challenging task for a company. The system offers modern and up-to-date services, which offer a company the chance to take opportunities brought about by the new technological developments. For example, some computer applications have been developed in areas like accounting and strategic management. A subscriber will get access to such programs without feeling the loss that might have been suffered if there was an old system that had become outdated. Cloud computing system test. To test a cloud computing system, it is important to ensure that all parts of the system are tested accordingly. There are several testing strategies adopted by different companies. However, this paper concentrates on 3 stages of the cloud computing system test. Learn and identify the stages to be tested and the tests to be undertaken. To undergo this stage effectively, there is a need for an understanding of the system's operation. Strong areas of the system should be analyzed first, and weak points as well as risks established. This will assist in establishing the tests to conduct. Business and inherent risks to be understood, so during the test, their effects and mitigation should be considered. Establish an ideal area and environment the test can take place. The type and characteristics of the environment to test a system are crucial. It can be an in-house generated system, or it can be a choice of the best cloud service available at a certain time. Having the best choice will assist in ensuring that an appropriate test has been conducted. Have requirements for special considerations. Some general considerations that might affect the operation of the system should be considered and tested as well. These are the tests that can affect the operation of the entire system if ignored. They include security and configuration testing. Also, in a multi-tenant environment, the chances of restricting the system's users and how the system can assist in internal control are increased. If all the tests are positive, then the system can be adopted. Conclusion. Scientific and technological innovations have resulted in cloud computing systems, where businesses can use various computer applications without having physical hardware and software. Such a system is web-operated. It is a cheap method where users can access modern computer applications without undergoing installation costs. However, the system suffers from security and data confidentiality risks.